Hello everybody and welcome back to Blue Jays Today, where your boys, we always got something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playalog, and today is supposedly the day, everybody. The Juan Soto watch is going to be coming to an end, and we're going to be figuring out where he's going to be playing the rest of his career. Is it the Toronto Blue Jays? Well, we're going to find out in the next 24 hours. We got some major reports surrounding him and his future, and another big-time free agent that we're going to get into, so stay tuned, everybody. Make sure to hit the like, smash the subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts about all this in the comments down below. Let's obviously start things off with the main man right now, Juan Soto, and the latest reports surrounding him.
Yeah, dude, Mike Rodriguez, we were at a live stream last night that unfortunately crashed, but during that live stream, I was bringing up some speculation on whether Mike Rodriguez's sources were true. Apparently, they were, and all of his things that he said about Juan Soto in the previous 24 hours were true. So, he came out with this tweet right here, waiting for the decision of Juan Soto, which could be communicated at any moment now. That was at 10 o'clock last night Eastern Standard Time. It is now, as we're recording this, 9 in the morning. So, that stays true. He hasn't signed yet, and we're waiting right now at any single moment. Now, what is the latest that Mike Rodriguez and Jon Heyman and Bob Nightingale have all said about Juan Soto and where he's at in the sweepstakes? Well, let's first start with Jon Heyman, who's had a historic run this weekend. Shout out to Justin J fans for quoting this from the New York Post article. He says this little snippet that I think is very interesting for Blue Jays fans. There is no word that any of the other three suitors for Soto, Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Dodgers, are by any means out of the bidding. And it's possible that one of these teams might even be above the New York teams and win the 26-year-old superstar hitter. Now, I don't have this right here, but what happened was it came out and was confirmed that it is between $710 million and $730 million for both of those New York teams. Those are the offers that they have on the table. So, Red Sox, Blue Jays, I'm kind of out on the Dodgers. I don't think they're going to be over it, but Red Sox, Blue Jays, they could be beating that offer now.
Yeah, and we knew that 710 or 730 or 750 was going to be the eventual number that this was going to get to. And, I mean, God only knows, right? We still got 12 more hours left of these Juan Soto sweepstakes. Who knows how crazy it can get? Can anybody get up to the $800 million range, right? At this point, I would say that it's actually possible. So, according to those reports, though, the Toronto Blue Jays are apparently still very much in this race. Now, I guess, I don't know if skeptical is the right term, but like, it sucks that I didn't hear that we were in the same range as the New York teams, but potentially, according to that report, we could even be over it, and just nobody's got that report yet.
Yeah, exactly. And then, hell, even just to add on to this whole conversation right here, Bob Nightingale even came out with a little snippet. Shout out to Ben Turner for the snippet here on X. But he's saying that, yeah, I mean, the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, the Yankees, they could all be in around the same 700-plus neighborhood. But what that tells me right now is I'm feeling a little bit concerned that the Blue Jays would get the deal done. Not that I thought they were gonna anyways, guys. So, like, don't read my words. But it's going to take an even more astronomical offer to get Juan Soto over to Toronto. And like you said, like, it could be an $800 million offer. And right now, if I'm the Toronto Blue Jays and everything's coming down the wire, and we've seen a lot of guys start to leave the board right now, I'm getting a little bit concerned that we're getting caught up in this race, in a race that we might inevitably lose.
Well, because it does feel like, and there was a lot of speculation about this, that with all of these teams, within $10 million of one another, and, effectively offering the same contract to Juan Soto, it's going to come down to where does he want to play baseball for the remainder of his career. Does he want to be a New York Yankee forever? Did he enjoy that, 1 year that he had with them? Does he want to move over to the New York Mets? How about the Red Sox? We know that they are very historical. And then alternatively, of course, you have the Toronto Blue Jays. And if that's the deciding factor, we've been very outspoken in saying that we think we're going to lose if that's the deciding factor, right? We need to fully understand who we are as a baseball team right now, and it's not a good one, right? We're a 74-win squad that has, one really, really good player that is only on a one-year contract.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right? So it's like, where is the future here? Where is the vision? The prospect system isn't very good either, and I did actually hear that he was factoring in the farm systems of some of these teams.
That's another X.
Which is another kind of just like knock on the Toronto Blue Jays, which is why we were saying, well, if you were going to get Juan Soto, you were going to need to be 30, 40, $50 million more than the other guys, or alternatively including some sneaky opt-outs that they were not willing to do. Right now, it's not necessarily feeling like we're doing that. Who knows, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's
you never know.
12 more hours, something else could be reported, but I agree with you that it's a little scary that all of these offers are so tight for Blue Jays.
Yeah, because we were hoping, like, oh, maybe one team, like the Mets, eclipses $700 million, and then it's like, oh, now the Blue Jays got a chance, but it feels like they're all in the same ballpark. But with that being said, let's do some detective work here, everybody. Maybe, just maybe, are the Red Sox dipping out? Are the Yankees dipping out? Are we actually the top two teams with the Mets? Well, last night, and this actually kind of blew up as I was like scrolling through Twitter, going to bed. This kind of blew up where sources say, again from Mike Rodriguez, sources say that Boston has contacted Anthony Santander. Why did that happen at 11:37 last night after all the reports are coming out about the large offerings from the Yankees and from the Mets? And hey, a potential other one suitor that could be out there. Well, if it's not me, maybe it's the Blue Jays. Oh, crap, we're out of this race. They're maybe thinking about another right fielder that could potentially come to their team. Now, the Blue Jays standpoint, that is a little bit scary because if we really don't think we're going to get Juan Soto, if they're going to go pivot off and go get Anthony Santander, that's another guy. And we already lost Tyler O'Neill. That's another guy leaving the board for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, man. This is only good news if we end up with Soto.
That's right.
Right?
That's
if
right.
we miss out on Juan Soto and he goes to, let's say he goes to the New York Mets, right? That's actually worst case. Well, it's best case that he's out of the AL East, but it's worst case in the sense that now you're going to have the Yankees and now you're going to have the Boston Red Sox competing for effectively every other free agent that you are looking at, like an Anthony Santander. If he goes to the New York Mets and, Boston's already like very close to getting a deal done with Santander, well, that's just another guy that you can't pivot to. And we've been talking about this in relation to what happened last year, how they go all in on Shohei Ohtani. They really put all their eggs in that one basket, and it doesn't work out. And then, we end up signing who we signed and win 74 baseball games. I don't want that to happen this year. Obviously, you have to do your due diligence, and if you can get Juan Soto, everything is forgiven, Ross Atkins.
Yeah.
But if you do the same fucking thing that happened last year, which is, looking at this one guy and going all in on him and then swinging and missing out on everyone else because you were taking that shot,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you already had Snell leave. You had Tyler O'Neill leave last night, and now
people are starting to go off the board.
Willie Adames has left, and then maybe Santander is going to leave, and also this guy right here that we've been talking about for quite a while, Max Fried, is now getting looked at by the Red Sox, by the Yankees. Again, is this a pivot move? Maybe, maybe not. But if it's not, which I don't think now that we're all of a sudden talking to Max Fried, we're now done with Juan Soto. No, you have the ability to do both.
Exactly, and I think that they're also just doing their due diligence, right?
Yes,
and like, it's to Max Fried and to Anthony Santander's credit, right? I mean, specifically Max Fried. Well, you can tell this guy, it's like, we might get Juan Soto, right? And he knows, okay, you might get Juan Soto. We might not, but we might also, and we're still looking at you, right? Like, that in itself is a little bit of a selling point.
Right.
Anthony Santander, to go back to him, that was somebody that apparently the Toronto Blue Jays badly covet. Why is it coming out right now that the Red Sox are meeting with him? I have not seen a single update that the Toronto Blue Jays have met with Anthony Santander. Whoa, time for a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video. Hit your picks and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code down below to join the action. Only available in Ontario. Must be 19 years of older to participate. Please play responsibly. Now, everyone, back to the content. I just heard that we have a crush on him, but we're too baby to go talk to him about it. Like, that's literally what it feels like. We badly covet this guy, and meanwhile,
have we talked to him? Yeah, I don't know.
The Boston Red Sox are talking to him right now. And Max Fried, well, we were supposed to be one of the favorites to go out and to get a Max Fried, and it was between us and the Red Sox and the Yankees. And now that report comes out, and who's the one team missing right now? It's the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Why is that? I am praying to God that the answer is because we're gonna get Juan Soto.
Look, I hope to God we do. I'm praying, but I'm really not, counting my chickens before they hatch. However, I just want to say, like, right now, if I don't see a report of the Blue Jays signing someone today, because it feels like things are flying off the board, or that we're about to sign someone, or that we're talking to all these other guys, if I don't see something to give me some sort of confidence, my confidence level going into 2025 is starting to plummet a lot, because we cannot. And I stress this, we cannot get distracted again, Ross Atkins. Please, for the love of God, build a winning team.
Dude, if we have an offseason like we had last year...
Done. We're done.
I mean, like, we might win less games than 74,
Yeah, I guess the bullpen's worse. We do get Bo back.
Bullpen's worse. We started off last year certainly better than...
We had Kikuchi. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be good. It
good.
certainly wouldn't be very good. Yeah, and I remember walking into this offseason, you specifically were saying, well, the only way that we're going to be competitive, because that was the whole thing, right? The whole mission here is to be competitive. The only way that we're going to be competitive is if we go balls to the wall and we spend close to $100 million in total average annual value for a year.
It's true.
Willie Adames was somebody I would have been very comfortable spending money on. Tyler O'Neill, somebody I would have been very comfortable spending money on. Blake Snell, Anthony Santander, there are a lot of guys here other than Juan Soto I'm comfortable bringing in and spending money on and helping us get more competitive. But shit, dude, if they start flying off and you miss out on them, we're going to be in a bad spot.
We're going to be cooked. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, maybe things update, but let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Blue Jays today. $3 a month to become a Patreon member. Shout out and thank you to all of our current Patreon members, guys. You are absolutely awesome. And to our YouTube members as well.
And if you're still watching at this current point, then check on Blue Jays today. It's possible that we are live. Literally right this moment in time, guys, because as this Juan Soto stuff breaks, I imagine we're going to be following along with all of it. But thank you so much for watching. And as always, folks,
go Jays, go!